Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. You are now entering Season 2 of the Swan Hockey Podcast. Swan Hockey is flying around the junior hockey world one episode at a time. You'll experience things dreams are made of, as well as things of terrible nightmares. Strap in, hold on, and enjoy the ride. And now, Swan Hockey.
Politics in hockey. Are there politics in hockey? Of course. There's politics in anything in life. Hockey is no different than anything else in life. But here's the biggest thing that players and families need to understand about politics in hockey. Teams are not cutting the top player on the team to make room for the political pick. They're cutting the bottom player on the team. So it all goes back to you need to get your level of play at a level where you cannot be denied. And that's why you've heard me talk about it so many times of, hey, go play where you're wanted. Go play where you're going to get a lot of playing time, where you're an impact player, where you're an important piece to the team. You're an important piece to the puzzle. Because there's always going to be politics in everything. And when that political pick gets made, you want to put yourself in a position where you're not one of the candidates to get cut to make room for the political pick. Politics in hockey are also a lot of times misunderstood. A lot of it, what people call politics, what you're confusing for politics really is trust. It's the coach's trust of what player's going to do the job, what player is going to help me win games. And that's a lot of it. It's like, even if you have two players and let's say you're a coach and you have two players that you're picking from, they both look like pretty equal. And one is coming from a more reputable program. The other one's coming out of left field. You're going to go with the one from the reputable program because you trust where he's coming from. So people might say, oh, it's politics with that program that they took from. They have a real strong connection and it's politics. Well, it's trust. The coach trusts what he's going to get. Could he go with the other player from left field? Of course. Is it a risk? Yeah. Could it work out? Could the player work out great? Yeah, of course. But it's an unnecessary risk. Hey guys, our new merch drop is live now on SH360. Visit 360.swanhockey.com and you can access it now. Once an item is gone, it may never return. You can also check the time capsule for older items. All SH360 purchases have season pass points attached. Just make sure that you use the same email address on SH360 as you do for Swan Hockey Digital. For more information or help with season pass, join the Discord. He doesn't have to take the risk, so he doesn't. He just goes with what he knows, what he trusts. And the same is for resumes, right? Where a lot of players will say, oh, the coach is judging off of the resume and, he should just go based off of what he sees. Well, yeah, what he sees is two comparable players. So he's going to go with the one with the resume because, again, he trusts that player and he trusts his decision and trusts the resume, trusts where the player has been and where he's coming from. Because guess what? If things go south with that player and the owner or the GM is like, what happened? The coach points to that player's resume and everything's fine. If he goes with the other player without the resume and things go south, the coach could get fired, especially if he had the choice. Again, risk reward. So the trust is so very, very important. And the same concept, the same is true for advisors or agents or anybody, skills coaches, any other coaches, anybody sending a player to a team. If that coach trusts that person that's sending him the player, he's going to go with that player. Why would he not? Again, hockey's no different than anything else in life. If you now take yourself out of the coach's shoes, put yourself at the top of a company. If you're looking to hire somebody, an employee for yourself, and you have two employees, two applicants, and one of them came from one of your good friends and the other one you have no relationship with, which one are you going to go with? You're going to go with the one from your good friend that you trust, right? If the two applicants are pretty comparable, you're going to go with what you know. And at a certain point, even if you trust both of them the same, why wouldn't you go with your friend's, with your friend's applicant? Of course you're going to, right? And the same holds true for hockey. So are there politics in hockey? Yeah, 100%, absolutely. But it's no different than anything else in life. And then obviously I've heard of a lot of situations, and I'm sure a lot of people will say, oh, well, that player's dad paid the coach all this money and everything, and that's why he's on the team. Yeah, probably. I can't say that I couldn't see that being a situation, of course. But again, who are they taking off of the team? They're not taking off the best player to make room for that kid. It's usually one of the bottom players and one of the guys that things probably weren't going to go too well for anyway. Bottom player, probably not going to get much minutes, probably not going to have, maybe not going to have much success. Probably the wrong spot for that player anyway. And that goes back to trying to accurately place yourself on a team. Now, even if, let's say, you are a top player on the team and they do cut you to make the political pick, which, again, I can't really see it, but let's say you are an impactful player on the team and they cut you to make room for the political pick. Well, you should have no problem hopping on with a different team, right? If you're that good, you should have no problem so it really doesn't even matter. But the people that are saying, oh, I'm not making it because of politics. No, that's not why you're not making it. You're not making it because of other decisions that you're making. You're probably looking in the wrong places. You're not accurately assessing where you're at. You're not targeting the right spots, because I doubt you're getting cut every single team because of politics. And again, if you are, it's probably because you're a lower player on that team. And again, you don't ever want to, shoot for a place that you're going to be a low end guy. Your targeting is incorrect. So if you're one of those players that's saying, man, I'm victim to politics every time, you have to make some changes and watch how quickly everything gets better for you. Now, on the flip side, I've seen players that have some unbelievable connections and relationships in this game, and they say, I don't want to use that. I want to make it on my own. I don't want to use my relationships. No, dude, use your relationships. Everything in life is political. Everything's about relationships. Use them. Why make it harder than it has to be? There's nothing, you shouldn't feel like that your pursuit or your journey or anything is compromised, or it's less admirable that you had a great connection and you use it. No, use it. Honestly, you're a fool to not use it. Use it. Because again, hockey's no different than anything else in life. There's politics in everything in life. Use every single advantage that you can get.
It's time for the Season Pass Point Unlock code for Episode 17. The Episode 17 Point Unlock code is Goal Line. Enter the code at www.swanhockey.io to receive your points. Season Pass is free to join. To join or to learn more, visit Swan Hockey Digital at www.swanhockey.io. And now, back to the show.
And because there's politics in hockey, they're part of the game. So again, use them to your advantage. Play the game the only way that it could be played, right? You can't take politics out of the game. You have to play this game with the politics in it, win, lose, or draw. So use them to your advantage, because they're not going anywhere. They're there. Everybody's heard me say it. You hear everybody else say it. Go where you're wanted, right? Go where those relationships are, where people want you. They're happy to have you there. And if you have an extreme version of that, that's awesome. Use it. There's no shame in using it. Use it. And for the other group that says, hey, I'm falling victim of the politics, I don't have anybody in my corner, I don't have those connections, a lot of you guys do. They're just not at the levels that you're targeting right now. Again, your targeting is off, but you have those. Most of you guys have those. You have those people that are like, hey kid, like I really want to have you here. I'd love for you to come play for me this year. Or that organization that really wants your family to be part of it. You guys have those. So again, use them, right? Use them It's you have them, they're just in a different area, and your targeting is off right now, where you should be looking at that other area that's probably the more realistic area for you or your player to play in right now and to have success and to develop and keep moving towards their goals. And the politics, it's noise. It really is, because the biggest thing that matters most is you and your performance and your ability and your development. That's the biggest thing that matters most, because even politics, even the kids that are getting taken through that have, like, we've all seen players play at certain levels that it 100% was because of some type of political game. They have no business being there. Okay, so they're there. It's not like they're going to move on to the next level. How could they possibly move on? Right? That kind of stuff can only take you so far. You don't look in the NHL and see any player in the NHL where it's like, this guy is horrendous. How is he there? He can barely skate. He's so out of place. Like you don't have it. At a certain point, the politics at the higher levels, like, can they win you the coin flip? Of course. But it has to be a coin flip, right? It's not going to take you from 30 to 100. It's just not realistic. It's not practical. So the biggest thing is focus on yourself, focus on your performance. Performance is king. I say it all the time. Hey, everyone. Don't forget to join the Swan Hockey Discord server. Joining is free and gains you access to our podcast chats, giveaways, season pass discussion and help, junior hockey camps and showcase discussion, NHL on Xbox and PlayStation discussion, and more. Join today for free at swanhockey.com. Performance is what matters most. That's what any coach, any team, any organization, that's what they want from you. They want your performance. They want you to help them win games. You want to move up to a higher level of hockey, prove in its simplest form, prove to a coach at a higher level that you can help him win games. If you do that, he's going to want what you have. Prove to him that you can help him win games. So focus on your performance, focus on your development. Those are the things that matter. It's you and the game. Regardless of what's going on around you, you focus on you, focus on the things that you can control, the things that matter most. And again, those are the things that matter most, right? So lucky for you, the thing that matters most is really the only thing in this game that's in your control, which is your performance, right? And in your performance is, your dedication, your work ethic, your attitude, being a good person, all that. Your performance in every area across the board, that is in your control. And it's really the only thing in this game that's in your control. And lucky for you, it's the thing that matters most. So are there politics in hockey? Yeah, of course. But it's white noise. It's background noise. Perform. So with politics, remember, politics are a form of relationships. Build those relationships. Be a good person. Learn how to speak to a coach. Call coaches back when they call you. All that kind of stuff. Be vocal around the rink. Be a good teammate. Be somebody that everybody wants to play with, that wants to have on their team. Be somebody respectable that has the respect of even not only their team but their opponents too, right? Where other coaches, other players are saying, "Man, that kid is good. That kid is hard to play against. I hate him, but that kid is good." And I respect him, right? Like I don't like playing against him, but I respect that kid. And be that person. Build those relationships, because you never know where they could take you. Because relationships are the smallest form of politics. It's how politics begins. It all begins with a relationship. So don't worry about politics. Keep having fun and running 100 miles an hour forward in this game that you love.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Swan Hockey Podcast. We remind you that season pass points are available to listeners. For more information, please visit www.swanhockey.io. Until next time.